Coming up on PCTV News.
We will hear from Mrs. Westar in the front office.
A recap of the auto show and the Drive Safe Chicago contest.
This is
Updates on the
PCTV with your
coronavirus.
monthly news
Breaking
update.
news on the
Hosted by Paige Pressel and Colin Van Ort. With Jacob Innes with weather. And Logan Osdick with sports. This is your PCTV News.
Good afternoon, my name is Paige Pressel.
And I'm Colin Van Ort.
And this is your PCTV News.
On our last episode of PCTV, we had a breaking news update about the coronavirus outbreak. In the last episode, we confirmed that there was no longer a corona case in Indiana. Today, we have another update. There have been outbreaks in over 24 countries, as well as 57 cases in the United States. Officials at the CDC seem convinced that the virus's spread in the United States is inevitable. The CDC is recommending that to prevent the virus from spreading, take simple actions like you could take to prevent the flu, such as washing your hands, staying home when you do not feel well, and staying away from people when they feel ill. As of this morning, the stock market has gone down by 15% globally because of many new confirmed coronavirus cases. This stock market crash is the worst plummet since 2008.
After 40 years of working as principal, Mr. Groth announced his retirement from Porter County Career Center.
We had a chance to get a few words with Mr. Groth.
Hello, I'm John Groth. I'm the principal and director of the Porter County Career and Technical Education Program, the best career and technical education program in the state of Indiana. I announced yesterday that I will be retiring from this position after 26 years. I've actually been in education for a little over 40 years, but the last 26 as an administrator here. I was an administrator prior to that in Michigan City, and I taught in Michigan City. I taught in Los Angeles before that. But now I've made the decision to retire. People are asking, what am I going to do next? I am not certain. I've got some ideas. I might do something that takes a little less time and a little less stress than this job, which might be nice. Give me a little more time for myself, my family. I'm a big believer in volunteering, and I've always volunteered. I'll give me a little more time to do that as well.
Earlier this month, many of our students went to the Chicago Auto Show.
In total, 1,000 cars were on display, new releases, competition cars, antique cars. Some activities at the show were driving a car with the VR headset, playing with the Toyota puppies, and being able to sit in some of the latest model cars. Last week, the Porter County Career Center had a trip to the show planned, but because of school cancellation, the trip was canceled. Fortunately, tickets to the show were donated to the Career Center. Many students were still able to use these donated tickets and take a trip to McCormick Place where the show was held.
Speaking of the auto show, 2 students from the PM video production class had the opportunity to work with a film company from New York to make a public service announcement about drinking and driving. A press conference in the Chicago Auto Show was held to reward their hard work.
Let's hear about their experience.
Good afternoon, everyone here in Chicagoland. As Jennifer just said, welcome to the Auto Show.
Let's bring up all our finalists. We have Logan Osdick.
I'm Logan Osdick. I'm a student at the Porter County Career and Technical Center in the Video Production 2 class, and I was the winner of the Drive Safe Chicago PSA contest. The experience that I got to go through with, being selected for the contest and then going through the process of filming and the pre-production process of that was really, it was really valuable.
My name is Maya Vickery. I'm a student at the Porter County Career Center, and I was a finalist for the Drive Safe Chicago contest. The press conference was held on the last day of the auto show with all the other finalists that were also from this class. Being up on stage was out of my comfort zone, but I'm glad that I got to do it, and it was just a really great experience.
Now let's take a look at the PSAs Logan and Maya made.
you're drunk, you aren't driving on the same road as the rest of us.
Hey, can you pick me up? I don't think I can drive myself home.
If you decide to drink, get a ride. Don't drive.
I'm so excited for this party tonight.
It's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna get crazy.
Yeah,
Wait, who's gonna drive us home then?
Definitely not me.
I can drive. I won't drink.
Perfect.
I'm so glad we have a designated driver now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Be prepared. Prevent drunk driving.
If you plan on traveling to an amusement park this summer, such as Indiana Beach, then we must inform you that Apex Parks has announced the official closing of the 94-year-old amusement park. The reason for the closing is because of financial issues, which caused the owner, the Apex Parks Group, to make the decision to close Indiana Beach and 3 other amusement parks within the United States. However, closing the park seems to have created more issues around the community, as customers are demanding for refunds for their season passes that they've purchased. As of this moment, residents near Indiana Beach are desperately looking for any buyers that are willing to reopen the park, since it was the main attraction in Monticello, Indiana.
It's so unfortunate that such a popular attraction is closing.
I agree.
A student of ours took a poll to find out if our students want winter to stay or spring to come. Turns out 86% of students want spring to come and only 11% want winter to stay.
Let's find out why.
Hi, my name is Michael Lemus. Today we're asking if people want winter to stay or spring to come.
I want spring to come because it's really pretty outside.
I'm really excited for summer to come and some spring. I cannot wait for some warmer weather.
I want spring to come because I'm tired of it being so cold outside and there being so much snow, and I want it to look nice outside again.
All right, I want spring to come because I'm really tired of the winter. I'm tired of the cold.
I want winter to stay because I enjoy heading to the ski slopes.
I love spring. I like when the pollen is in the air and it's floating around. It's pretty, flowers bloom. I want it to come.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for spring. You know, winter, cold weather's no fun. I'm looking forward to that warm, nice weather so that I can be getting outside and start working on some projects again, you know.
I want spring to come because it's my birthday.
Personally, I want winter to stay, but that's my opinion. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Michael. Now let's check in with Jacob Innes to see what the weather has in store for us.
Thank you, Colin. Let's take a look at our live outside cam over Tower Park. Today is a beautiful sunny day with the current temperature being 25 degrees. Now for the weather for the rest of our week. We can see that Saturday is going to be a mostly sunny day with a high of 35 and a low of 27. Sunday is going to be a lovely warm day outside with a high of 53, so the perfect day to go for a picnic. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are all going to be gloomy and rainy days, so make sure to pack an umbrella. Thursday is going to be a chilly day with a high of 38 degrees and a low of 26 degrees. Thank you for tuning in to the PCTV weather update. Back to you.
Thank you, Jacob.
The Valparaiso Family Express on 213 Indiana Highway 49 was fined more than $11,000 on Wednesday due to safety and health violations. The Indiana Department of Labor's Occupation Health and Safety Administration has been examining the convenience store's conditions since November 12th of last year to January 3rd of this year. Reports show missing security guards, electrical panels unlabeled with high voltage, and not providing hazardous communication training on handling chemicals.
Now let's take a look at sports with Logan Osdick.
This is Logan Osdick with your PCTV Sports Report. The Valparaiso Crusaders won 84-79 at home against the Missouri State Bears on Tuesday night. The Crusaders pulled off this win despite not having Javon Freeman-Liberty on the court, who is one of the best players in the Missouri Valley Conference. Guards Donovan Clay and Ryan Fazekas stepped up to lead the team, which they both scored a lot, with Clay making 22 and Fazekas 20. The Crusaders now stand at 6th in the conference when they were 8th before the win against the Bears. The Valparaiso Crusaders will be a team to watch come the Missouri Valley Conference's tournament next week. You've heard a lot about the coronavirus in the news recently, and it was only a matter of time before it started affecting the sports world. The 2020 Olympics is slated to be held this year in Tokyo, Japan, but according to Senior Olympic Committee member Dick Pound, they may not happen. He said that if the committee takes action based on the virus, the Olympics will most likely be canceled altogether instead of being postponed. It is unclear if any action will be taken at this time. Now, the NFL Players Association is deep into contract negotiations with the league. The deal is in its current state was sent out to members of the union for voting, but many players, including names like Aaron Rodgers, have rejected the deal. Rodgers, being the Packers representative in the NFL Players Association, said he came to oppose the deal after having discussions with his teammates. If the players in the NFL do not agree on a deal, then there is a possibility for a player strike. Which brings me to a new segment that I like to call Mr. Sports Thoughts. Now let's say the NFL Players Association strikes. Who does it benefit? The players, the NFL, the teams? I say no. Who wins? Vince McMahon, the XFL, and the current mid-tier players. The NFL is no longer a monopoly on professional football. The XFL could swoop in and grab some of these mid-tier players from the NFL if it becomes too unstable. The XFL currently has a good product with lower-tier former NFL players, but it could become a much better show with better players. I think that's what we're going to see if an NFL player strike happens. The XFL has the visibility and accessibility on major networks like ABC, ESPN, and Fox that we could very well see the XFL eat into the NFL's market share, especially if they become vulnerable in a player's strike. The NFL is going to get a taste of the free market economy. Anyways, I'm Logan Osdick. Back to you, Colin and Paige.
Thank you, Logan.
Tristan Massey is a student at Morgan Township in our Career Center. He was in a car accident on Thanksgiving and is becoming stronger every day. A GoFundMe was created for him and his hospital expenses, which has raised $37,000 out of their $100,000 goal. There are many ways you can still show Tristan support and help out. Our Career Center has jars all over the school where you can put pop tabs for the Ronald McDonald House where Tristan's parents are staying. You can also donate or share Tristan's GoFundMe page.
Thank you, Colin. Now let's hear about a life of Mrs. Westar, our school secretary.
I'm Mrs. Westar, and I'm the secretary at Porter County Career and Technical Center. I started my career as a dental assistant, but I'm very good at paperwork, so I ended up doing a lot of insurance work in the office, and any job that I've had, I've actually ended up doing mostly the paperwork because I'm just very good at record keeping. But I have worked for an estate sale company, a church, and another school. I do a lot of recording of grades, attendance. I answer the phones. I deal with a lot of the security here, so I'm dealing with doors and cameras. I request fobs and keys for new employees. I deal with the announcements that you guys do every morning. That's my responsibility. Packages, mail, any kind of record keeping that Mr. Groth asks of me, and I assist the teachers on a daily basis, helping them get through their day. My husband used to be the automotive instructor here, and they had an opening for a secretary, and he knew that I was not happy at the position I was in, so he called and asked if I wanted to work here. And I already knew most of the employees here and really liked them and knew that it was a good place to work, so I interviewed for the position, and here I am.
C2E2 begins today in Chicago until March 1st. The pop culture convention draws in thousands of people each year at the McCormick Place. With hundreds of vendors, artists, cosplayers, and entertainment guests, C2E2 is your destination for pop culture. On March 6th, the Taste of the Region comes to Sherrville, where over 40 local restaurants will be showcasing their best cuisines from 7 to 11 p.m. at the halls of the St. George. Included on March 6th, the new release of Disney's new movie Onward.
On March 14th, downtown Chicago will be celebrating St. Patrick's Day early with a large parade. Gabriel Iglesias will also be performing at the United Center that night. Jazz funk artist Thundercat will be performing the next night at the Riviera Theater. And on March 24th, Billie Eilish comes to the United Center on her When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go tour.
That's all the time that we have for you today.
I'm Colin Van Ort.
And I'm Paige Pressel, and this is your PCTV News.
Thanks for watching.